freestyle travel. Hey everybody, Kenny Flannery here, your host as always, and I am in Liz Stewart's studio here in Sioux City, Iowa. So this episode we'll be talking to her. This is the fourth, fifth, or sixth time she's been on the show. Last episode I did with her was 2 years ago. Also here in Sioux City. She didn't have this studio space at the time. We were in her apartment, so you can go back and listen to all those episodes, starting with the marijuana march whole thing in Alabama, all the way through all the stuff that she's been through. You go one episode at a time, or maybe you've watched them already. So we got her here. Real quick, the last episode I did was just a few days ago down in Council Bluffs. So I hitchhiked from there to here. Pretty easy, just 2 rides. Walked up to the highway. I got a ride from this 18-wheeler. Pretty cool guy. He said his dad was starting to pick up hitchhikers, which to me it was just like, oh, cool, other people hitchhiking. If he's picking up multiple hitchhikers, that's a good sign. So he's like, I'm going to start picking them up too. So he wasn't going too far, like 20 miles, but really got along. Good conversation. He dropped me off, started walking up Interstate 29 until this guy in a van picked me up who was going all the way to Washington State. It's always tempting to he's going like 1,700 miles or something. It's always tempting to jump along for all that ride that far. But yeah, obviously he was going through Sioux City, and this is where I really want to be. So popped out, met up with Liz at the Hardline coffee shop, which we ended up talking about in this episode. So pretty cool spot. Very cool spot. So yeah, we'll talk to Liz about all that, and then afterwards I'll tell you what's kind of happening next. So let's introduce Liz Stewart. Welcome to the show, Liz. Welcome back.
What time is this, 6?
I don't know.
My first episode was episode 27.
Okay, look it up if you want to watch the first episode.
It's also on my website, on the homepage, and my homepage is in scrolling format. So if you scroll all the way down, it says listen up. It's number 27.
Okay. What's your homepage?
boobross.art. Also, if you visit lizstew.art, that'll redirect you there. Remember, I got that domain.
You still have that one? That's pretty good.
I redirected it to Boob Ross, so it redirects itself. But I kept that domain. It's my name.
Yeah.
99 cents a year. Your trash is my treasure.
You cannot get a better domain name than that as an artist. Name lizstew.art.
Liz Stewart, yeah. So I saw that domain in 2018 when I was, doing the deal real heavy, and we were interviewing over in Pritchard, Alabama, and you did that hot wing eating contest.
Yep.
That's the house I got that domain in. I was looking at domains. I knew I needed one. Everything started taking off, and I put in my info because it'll populate ideas for you. And the first one available was literally my name. So I said, I don't think I need to go any further.
Done.
That's me.
So is that, and was it again boobross.art?
Yes, like Bob Ross with boobs, BOOBROSS .ART.
ART, perfect. All right. Well, whether it's 5 or 6, the last one was definitely here in Sioux City.
On my couch during Ragbri.
Yep.
50th. Ragbri's 50th anniversary, you were here and we interviewed. You have good timing. You came in this weekend. It was the 10th birthday of Jackson Street Brewing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if anyone wants to watch that hopping episode of Jackson Street, it's now 2 years later in their 10th anniversary. So I had a cherry chocolate almond porter over there.
How was that?
It was pretty good.
They have good root beer.
Do they?
Yeah, I do non-alcoholic options for everybody. Breweries are great places to hang out. Yeah. Like, you're a brew guy. I go there and eat and hang out. And I'm getting really into breweries and their non-alcoholic options because I love to socialize. And you guys are solid peoples.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to explore that avenue in my recovery. So it's been really good for me.
My friend Nick, I'm going to see in Minneapolis next. We once went on a little road trip to the UP and went to this brewery, I think in Marquette. Mm-hmm. And they had at least 3 root beers. They might have had 5.
Yeah.
And at the time, he didn't drink, so it was perfect. I was able to get my flight of beers, and then he was able to get a flight of root beer.
Yeah, and a lot of places do kombucha, which I'm all for, and the hopping waters.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube.com/hoppingwater.
Hop water is objectively better than regular water, but I don't like that a 6-pack of hop water is like $15. It's
Cost you your firstborn child.
It's as much as beer. It's like, you're only giving me half the ingredients.
But I get the same experience.
Yeah.
When you go to a brewery, you're not buying beer, you're buying an experience.
Yeah. No, it's definitely nice. It's just, I'm just complaining that it shouldn't cost
Well, you're cheap.
as much. But it shouldn't, even if, whatever, like, it shouldn't cost as much as beer
water.
when it's...
yeah, that's like paying whiskey prices for White Claws.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Not that we would ever drink that.
White Claw. Some woman gave me a White Claw the other day. She picked me up and gave me a ride to Des Moines on my way here, basically. Mm-hmm. And she's like, you can stay in my garage if you want. And she's the one who gave me the toothpaste, the fancy
we had
nano
the same
hydroxyapatite toothpaste.
What? Boca?
Boca's the brand, and nano hydroxyapatite is like the chemical's not the right word.
I got the whitening toothpaste they make. My teeth have been giving me problems because of drugs. But it's the first sensitive teeth toothpaste I've used that hasn't hurt my teeth, so I'm more inspired to brush my teeth.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
so
shout out to Boca
thanks,
toothpaste.
Boca, for inspiring me to brush my teeth.
Yeah. So she gave me that tube, and then she gave me White Claws. Some people, when I'm traveling, they just like they can never give you enough shit. Like, she was literally like looking through her cupboards, like, what else can I give this guy?
And you're like, I don't really need much because
Yeah,
I
like,
just have a backpack.
Yeah, everything you give me that I'm not going to eat in the next day is like a problem.
The less you need, the more you have.
Yeah.
I'm standing by that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of travels, in the last 2 years, what kind of trips have you been on?
Oh my God, I went to, the vice president waved at me.
You mentioned
Well,
that.
first one that jumps out to me, so I've been secretly in love for the past 4 years. Can't disclose too much, but I've been secretly in love the past 4 years, and we kind of watched each other, and I was getting myself together, and I got really depressed last fall. There was a lot of controversy going on here about homeless shelter closing, and I had gotten a job where I sat in a lot of rooms with a lot of officials who had conversations on that. And, I'm an ugly crier, but it's real. So, I'm someone who sobered up on a cot here. I lived there. Those are my people. And to hear people talk the way that they talked in that kind of situation was triggering for me, and I got really depressed. And my little knight in shining armor calls and says, I'm in Detroit. Will you come to Detroit? Bring a guitar. We'll play some music, hang out. And I said, sure. And so I fly to Detroit, and it turns out we're saying, like, Kamala Harris was in town. And I go to Detroit. I'm super sad. I can barely leave the hotel room. And I played, actually, the only thing I played was for our housekeeper at the hotel.
Just playing guitar for the housekeeper?
They brought her in and said,
sit down and
my
listen.
girlfriend's playing music, play her song. And they sat her down and put a camera on me, and I performed, and she went nuts. And it was amazing. And then I went for a walk, and I had my guitar on my back. And they don't tell you where these people are in the city because it would shut the city down, and for safety purposes. So we're on a block that's locked down by Secret Service. I'm out on walks with my coffee, waving at, everybody working on that project. And I was like, man, things have changed. And so I felt so safe. I felt so safe there. And I just want to give a shout out to the men and women who serve this country in ways that we'll never know about. It matters. Our safety matters. And so I'm walking the block, and I have my guitar on my back, and somebody pops a barricade up in front of me.
As you're walking?
Yeah, and I'm like, who's coming by? What are they doing? They said, it's the vice president of the country. I thought there's no way. So, of course, I pop a camera out. Kamala Harris rode by me and waved at me.
That's funny.
And as someone who's did political activism, as someone who dedicated their life, a big portion chunk of my life, to defending the rights of other people, when she drove past me, I thanked her. And I said, thank you, Miss Harris. Because right, wrong, or indifferent, you gotta show some gratitude to people who assume those kind of positions. They put themselves in the line of fire.
Yeah.
And I said, thank you. I was so inspired. And, it just kind of confirmed things for me. So I came back home, and I was in a way better mood. And that's really the only trip that sticks out of my mind. I did go back down to Texas and see Chef Pamela and worked under her.
Oh, nice. Did you fly down there, or was that a...
I flew down, I worked under her, and I was able to totally duplicate what she taught me in that kitchen. And I'm learning that I'm more observant than I thought I was. And I'm learning that I am just born to do this stuff. I keep trying to run away from my art and my music and the spotlight. And honestly, when I'm thriving, this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to keep letting myself thrive. And
You're surrounded by your art right now.
this is my art studio. I got into a gallery. I'm actually in 2 collectives now. This is Gallery 103 in Sioux City, Iowa. They brought me in. I got discovered by Michael Frizzell, who's a fellow artist here. I came in when I hit my 1 year of no needles. I came into this gallery and I bought myself a portrait of George Carlin he had drawn. And he gave me his information and he began following me. He saw my artwork. They invited me in. I had no clue who any of these people were. None of this meant anything to me. I didn't go to art school. They're saying words I don't understand. People have titles I don't understand. But what was cool about it was my experience here has been so authentic because I came in knowing nothing. And I feel like when you go into situations knowing nothing, you get a really authentic bite of whatever you're gnawing into. And I came into this city wide open. You know, I lived here for 1.5 years with no social media. No one knew I was here. I worked on myself. I worked on my recovery. You showed up right as I'd gotten my apartment that summer.
Yeah.
And I've had this really authentic experience in this small town in Iowa with these great people. And they have lifted me up and helped me to shine and given me advice that I didn't even know that I needed. And then one day it clicks and I'm like, thank you. These words start making sense. I'm still in school. I'll graduate in May. Everybody and their mama is invited to my graduation. I'm going to ugly cry all over that stage. If you want to get ugly photos of me to publish, come to my graduation.
That's going to be here in Sioux City?
It's going to be in Nebraska. I will be
Nebraska.
walking in Nebraska, the good life.
Okay.
Right here in the heart of the country. And I'm thrilled. I never thought I would do any... Look at this. This is work. I did my first opening here. I had my first art opening. It was a gift, and I didn't know what that meant. I went into a building and hung in my eyes, it was like my friends invited me, Ron and Gia Emery at the Conservatory of Music here in Sioux City, which I'll tour with you tomorrow if you're still here. They invited me and they said, I'd been playing shows there. I kept doing music. I got over my stage fright and I started playing music at their venue, and they said, we want you to play with this guy who's coming into town. And it was in their front gallery space, which had been closed since COVID.
Huh.
And they wanted to reopen it. And I said, well, why don't I hang some paintings up in the front just to decorate it for his show? And they said, Elizabeth, let's do it as your opening. And I went into that building and lost my mind for days. I was in the middle of finals doing my opening. I went in, I hung it, I did it all myself. I went into that building, speckled walls, painted, swept floors. I worked hard for that, and I did it, and then everybody there's congratulating me, and I'm like, why? I just hung my pictures on the wall, and I didn't get it, and my opening sold out.
Nice.
And so this is work I'm doing on my next show. So my next show is going to be called The Beauty of Freedom. Location's going to be to be determined. I'm also doing a gardening installation here. Over by the Francis Canteen building, which was at one point an old X-rated shop. Okay. These artists here, and shout out to everybody at the Daily Collective. I'm proud to be part of this Fempire. It's all women.
Yeah.
We went in, well, they went in, redid that building, saved it.
Is that the Hardline?
Hardline's in there.
It's a coffee shop.
It's a coffee shop. Good stuff. Hardline's in there. A bunch of artists work out of there. There's a park attached to it. And so that park, that corner was a hot spot for you know what. And I ended up on the corner in that park, gardening in that park, because I gardened in Texas. That's my happy place.
Yeah.
This is my happy place. Cooking, gardening, raising animals, raising kids, painting, and things like this. That's my happy place.
That place in Texas was pretty nice. The landscaping, flowers and all that.
Yeah, so I got a little space downtown to do that in. And I think I'm going to incorporate that into my next show, The Beauty of Freedom, and maybe do some music out in that park with my show.
That'd be cool.
So I have basically occupied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces downtown now. I'm growing, including a park. And I can't thank Sioux City enough.
Seems to be treating you pretty good. I like that hardline space too as a coffee shop. It's just got like giant ceilings.
Winnie's is in there. I want to talk about Winnie's mocktail bar. So the story behind that is, I'm gonna need a tissue. So the story behind, I'll just ugly cry on camera,
Do
whatever.
it.
I was scared to before, and I'm gonna do it now.
Let her rip.
The story behind that is these women whom I've come to love. These people are my family. That's my home over there.
It's obviously some good mocktails.
Those mocktails were so good they'll make you cry.
Yeah.
Their sister in 2021, which was the same year I lost Nick, passed away from alcoholism.
Ah.
And I've struggled. You've seen me struggle. America watched me struggle. And I struggled, and I went over there and ended up just meeting them through passing. And they watched me, and they watched me struggle with this, and they gave me a chance because they built that space on recovery. We're a group of artists who are recovering, and we came in and we formed this bond together, and I'm so inspired by their journey. And to be on the other end of that as the addict that they brought in, the respect I have for these people and the fact that they gave me a chance and knowing their history leveled up my recovery in a way I never thought possible. And I surrendered fully. I'm all natural. I'm off all prescriptions, and I'm naturally stabilized.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm doing.
Okay.
And it's possible.
Yeah.
We do recover. It's possible. And I'm proud to say that I'm 1 in a million.
It seems like you got a pretty good scene here, for sure.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's just like things happen and I go out, and like as long as I show up, I have what I need.
Yeah.
And I've got a team of people backing me, and I've got you. I've got all these people who have watched my journey, my authentic, real. It's not glamorous. It's not glamorous. And every day I have to aim to be a little bit better. But every day I notice something that I get a little bit better at. And then I notice an item that I didn't do so well in, because I want to be the best.
Yeah.
And being the best is knowing that you always have to be better. There's no perfect way to play guitar. There's no perfect picture that's ever going to be painted. But you just do another one. I was interviewed for Bold Journey magazine. I'm in Bold Journey magazine. If you Google Bold Journey Liz Stewart, you can read the article. They interviewed me. Everything just kind of picked back up. Where we left off, on the side of the road with a sign.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to have inspiration all around you in good spaces, whether it's this one, obviously.
And good people. See, that was the thing with the thing I did in Alabama. I didn't know what type of people to allow around me. And when you start going viral and you start doing these things, people flock to you. You know, I had politicians call me. I had people trying to trip me up on my journey. And man, let me tell you something. I got blinders on right now, because the longer you walk down your road, the more price tags, labels, you know, this, that, and the other. And like, my eyes are straight ahead. My eyes are looking in the windshield. And I learned what I learned through hard-won experience. I paid in brass tags, baby.
Yeah.
And when you start living that way and you start understanding, it's not just me. It's the team of people I have to bring in to do the things I want to do. And my team found me here. And it's these amazing women, these amazing artists. I can't thank Ron and Gia Emery enough. Ron, I don't know these people. I don't Google people, because I want authentic experiences. I didn't want anybody Googling me here.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So I don't do that to people. I want to get to know you. I don't want to know your title. I don't want to know who you know. I want to know what our relationship is like and who you are on the inside. So I never Googled these people. After they did my opening, I Googled them. And Ron Emery is actually from the band TSOL from Long Beach, California.
Okay.
And he has a guitar in the Hard Rock. And these people have sat with me and prayed with me and loved me. They met me in an alleyway when I was homeless.
Yeah.
And they gave me a chance, and it lit my world on fire. It lit me up. Everybody carries a torch. And it's your job to go and set someone's hair on fire. And when they did that, I lit up. And I said, I want to get off prescriptions. I want to stabilize. I want a higher quality of life. And that's all you got to do is seek it. And it finds you.
Yeah.
I don't care what I have to do, man. I will pull the alarm all day long. Help. I need help. I need help. Because I know who to call. And once you know what number to dial it.
Yeah.
Like your life depends on it. And these people are my people. And like, I just want to shout out Winnie's. I want to shout out the Daily Collective. I want to shout out the Conservatory of Music. I want to, Gallery 103, Terry McGaffin, Mike Frizzell, Kessel Creations, Vanguard Arts. I want to shout out Sioux City. This place is hungry. You got a lot of hungry artists here. For the population and the amount of working artists you have per capita here, this is an art destination.
Yeah.
This is an art destination.
There's murals all over the place.
We paint the alleys. We're about to paint the interstate.
Paint the interstate?
Through. Yeah, we're talking to DOT. Because we want to connect that riverfront project. They did a $12 million riverfront installment.
Is that where the gazebo is?
Yes,
down there?
yes.
That's a cool spot.
The Anderson Dance Pavilion. I love to meditate out there.
The Ragbri people camped there.
Ragbri was out there. Shout out Ragbri. And that we want to link that to downtown. So by tying that in with our Alley Art Festival, which is coming up in September, come check that out. That will be tied into our Alley Art Festival. We're talking to DOT. That way, when people are coming down the interstate through the art of this country, they can see us. We are here. We are hungry, and we're working.
Yeah. I'm always surprised. I walked down there yesterday, and there's like hardly anyone down there. It's like such a cool
We're working
spot.
on it. It's up to us to make people want to come here. And like, as long as I'm here, we're going to light it up for the world to see.
You got a few breweries. Marto is right next to your park.
Marto rocks. Eric Marto, shout out Eric, is a great guy. And it's right next to my park. Angus sliders, can't recommend them enough. I like them with a cider ranch.
Is that on their menu?
It's an appetizer.
Okay.
But it's like a meal. Their ice cream, their chocolate ice cream, so good. And like when I'm gardening and I want to take a little break, I'll pop over and give me a little bowl of ice cream.
Nice.
Talk to the staff. The staff's amazing. And I've just found this community. It's been hard for me to rejoin society after what I went through.
Well, this seems like a pretty good landing spot. I mean, you've lasted some years here already.
And that's remarkable for me. September 22nd, I'll have 3 years of no crystal meth or hard drugs and no syringes. And that in itself says everything I need to know about this place.
Yeah.
You know?
You're able to thrive here.
I'm in love. I'm in love with my life again. Like when we met, I was on.
Yeah.
I was locked in.
Yep.
And I feel like I went somewhere and I came back and I'm here. And I'm back again.
Meth cocoon.
Look,
you
don't
butterflied
do
out of.
Look, I know people are going to experiment and I know people are going to try things. But when I started really doing my research on this via, my education, don't do meth, not even once. That's the one thing the DARE program got right.
Yeah.
Not meth, not once. And had I known now what I known then, I would have never put that substance into my body. And I'm proud to say that I never will again. And I never have to live that way again. There's a way out.
Yeah.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a lady with a torch. Lady Liberty. Go grab the torch and run with it. Don't be scared. Courage matters.
What all else is in that hardline building? So it's coffee.
Yes.
It's a thrift store.
Winnie's Thrift, the pinnacle of thrift stores.
Wait, so is Winnie's the thrift store or is Winnie's the mocktail situation?
Both.
Okay.
So the same lady, Annie, runs those.
Okay.
She does the store and she does mocktails. So you can have like retail therapy parties in there. I'll be throwing parties with Happy Worst Day in there. We became business partners.
Yeah. What I like is the ceilings are enormous and they're like ornate too.
They're beautiful. This city, the architecture in this city is amazing. The Federal Building is beautiful here. And I can genuinely say I love where I live. I don't always like the actions of other people, but people are imperfect. And as artists, we're emotional and we're deep. But I got my life back here, and I owe my life to this place. And if I ever make it, I'm going to help build this place up. They're hungry. They want it. They're hungry. And this is the heart of the country. And you start empowering somebody from the heart, they'll shine.
Yeah. It's nice being so central. You're not too far from anything, flight-wise, road trip-wise.
There's an airport here. It's called SUX. S-U-X.
There you go. And then also, you can drive to Kansas City in, 4 hours?
Yeah.
Minneapolis is 5 hours away. I don't know, it's not too far.
Omaha is an hour and a half.
Yep, that's where I came up from.
Sioux Falls is nearby. I got my coffee from a brewer in Sioux Falls, Brew North Roasters.
Yeah. What's up with Sioux Falls? Is
Stay
it the
grounded.
same size as Sioux City or
It's
bigger?
It's bigger. It's cool. I've been once. but I was DDing, so I didn't
Yeah.
really get to move around a lot. I napped in the car while my friends partied and then drove them home. But from what I saw, there's this one soda shop, and they have all this weird taxidermy. We should take a day and go out to Sioux Falls.
Let's do it today.
I have a comedian you can interview out there.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll hit him up and see what the deal is.
Okay.
That's an easy hitch, and I feel comfortable hitchhiking with you. I know I can trust you, and you're safe.
Yeah, and it's not far.
No,
right?
it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check it out. I've got to do some gardening today, so maybe like...
Yeah.
I know you're trying to hit the road, because I know you can't stay put. But...
Get itchy.
I know, but maybe if we do Sioux Falls tomorrow, and
Yeah.
then you can hit Minneapolis, and I'll come back and pull weeds.
Sioux Falls is on 90 as well. The ride I got into town, that guy was going all the way to, I think Seattle, definitely Washington.
90's a good number.
Yeah, so he dropped me off here and he was going to Sioux Falls and taking a left all the way across the country.
Way to go.
God damn.
That guy's a troubadour.
I was tempted.
It's so tempting, man. It's tempting. People don't get how hard it has been for me to stay put. And the fact that I've stayed put says everything you know. I've been dedicated to being here. And I've continued to make a lot of big amends. The weed march thing, I had lost sleep over that because I got, publicly crucified and they said I was a con artist. I called the Libertarian
You might have
Party.
to watch episode 27.
Episode 27.
That story.
I called the Libertarian Party of Alabama. Thanks, guys. And they donated I raised $1,300 total for that marijuana march. It was such a big deal. Everybody thought I had embezzled all this money.
Yeah.
But honestly, a lot of that I paid out of pocket. I called they were my only sponsor. They gave me $1,000. I called them because I'd been losing sleep over it, and I said, hey, here's the deal. I tried to throw this event. It didn't happen. I owe you $1,000. How do I make this right? They said, we didn't even know. And I'm like, I'm losing sleep over this. Like, my conscience had been eating at me because of all the terrible things people had said.
They just peeled off $1,000 and they're like, whatever.
Yeah,
No
apparently
follow-up.
parties do it all the time. I mean, people sink like, a party will go sink $50,000 to lobby and their stuff won't pass. It's just part of it. And my little $1,000 that I thought was such a big deal in my head
Yeah.
was a penny in the bucket for them. And so I've been moving forward with my life the right way. And I can't tell you how good that feels. To know that I can come here, get my slate clean, and do the work that I love to do is everything to me. It's everything to me. I got a second chance in my life. I'm coming up on the third year of my second chance.
Yeah.
And man,
Kicking ass. I mean, we're in your studio. That's pretty cool.
life never tasted so sweet.
Nope.
You were held prisoner in Egypt.
In a room about this big.
And
but
when
with
you live
40
through
dudes.
when you live through things like that, cereal tastes different. The world looks different.
Yep.
Things sound different.
Water's pretty good even.
Ooh, buddy, I'm grateful. I'm just so grateful, and like, I'm doing the deal. My dream came true. That was my dream. I wanted to be an artist. My dream came true here. I owe these people my life, the life of my dreams. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank
It's just
you.
ramping up, I think.
Don't stop. I just got started. My opening was in December. I'm already doing another show at the end of summer. I'm not going to stop. I have everything in the world to live for. My beautiful son,
Yep.
my beautiful family, and my beautiful friends right here, and my beautiful person that I love. If the vice president waving at you is not a sign from God, I don't know what is. I was like, yeah, you can take whatever I have. I'm rocking with you. So, yeah, I mean, I just thank you. And thanks for not giving up on me.
Yeah. you're
It's
good.
easy for somebody to pull a plug out of the wall and run off with all your stuff and say, peace, I don't agree with what you're doing, I'm leaving. But
No.
you stuck by my side. And that's what good teammates do.
Yeah.
They stick together. The only way through is forward.
We'll be doing these podcast episodes forever.
We're never going to stop. Episode 270. I'll be
Yeah.
walking through, Kenneth, remember when they had the Bitcoin? And everybody will think I'm delusional, which they already do. So whatever. Nothing
Yeah.
changes.
You'll be a good senile oldie.
I already am.
That'll be fun.
I've been working on it. Every day I work on being senile.
Well, the next one we do, we should do, I don't know,
Let's do Sioux Falls. Let's go check out some NA options.
Sioux Falls.
I'm going to be doing a couple of NA segments on Kenny's Hopping Show because I'm that girl.
Yeah.
Because I like to socialize. I love good people. And I love my recovery.
Yeah, I think we'll have to, if we do that, I don't know if a brewery does enough NA beers. Like, they might do like 2. Some will do like 3.
That's fine. I don't want that much camera time.
Okay. Just try one.
Between 1 and 3 is good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I can try all the the real beers.
Yes.
And then you
Try
pop
all
in
the
for a
NA
guest
options.
spot.
Yeah, guest spot. And that keeps my time limited. Believe it or not, I'm not an attention-seeking person. In fact, that's what made me blow the marijuana march, was that I wasn't, and it was way too much attention, way too fast for someone who was just feeding stray cats in their front yard at one point.
Nope.
So I can't handle a lot at one time, but as I slowly make progress, I'm willing to open up a bit more. I'm willing to show face a bit more, but it's a process. This is a lifelong process for me, and it's hard when you come out of something like I came out of and it hits you gravity. Gravity hit, John Mayer, shout out. Gravity hit, and I realized I'm never going to be the same because of what all I went through, but what I can do is be better. And so recovery is a process where you walk into it and you don't get back to the person that you were. You get back to a new life. And you just rebuild. But you can rebuild a bigger home. You can rebuild a bigger life. I can rebuild in better steps and better ways with better people. And I'm grateful for a chance to do that. And you guys, I'm telling you, I'm not going to stop. I just got started.
That's good. Yeah. It's on to the next stream,
Yeah, next episode.
Cool.
Just chill to the next episode.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for being on the show again.
Thanks for having me on again.
Till
Episode
next time.
27, and whatever episode this is, we'll see you on the next episode.
All right. Peace.
Come here! Mwah. Ooh, I love you.
All right. Thanks again for Liz for being on the show, for definitely the most visited guest onto the Freestyle Travel Show. And yeah, she will be back on again. So I am here in town, been in town for a few days. And next stop is Minneapolis. Might go to Sioux Falls on the way. Not sure, but sometime this week, surely I will be in Minneapolis catching up with my friend Nick, who I met originally in Alaska. We were both volunteering for couchsurfing.com. He was the chef. I was doing some coding. And we've just been friends ever since. So I've seen him in more states and countries than anyone else that I know. Seen him in Turkey and Thailand and Australia, Netherlands, Alaska, obviously, Arizona, Michigan, Memphis, everywhere. So super excited to go see him. So that's kind of what's next for me. Been getting a little bit of trip hopping stuff done while I've been here, kind of inspired by Liz with all the art that she's doing. So mostly what I've been doing on the app is design kind of stuff, just making the map icons look better. I've finally got preferences that I've been talking about lately to sync up and suggest things to do based on your interests. So for me, it's showing me breweries and waterfalls and hiking trails everywhere I go, just right there on the map. Super convenient. It's looking good. It's looking really good. So that's what's up, triphopping.com, or get the app on Android. And yeah, that's about it for now. So thanks again to Liz for being on the show, and gonna keep it moving. So keep kicking ass, and I will see you down the road.
With all my shit straight, I'll get my big red